What's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas. Let's start off by saying that. Merry Christmas, everybody. Corey, Merry Christmas, my brother.
Man, Merry Christmas to you too, man. We all gonna have a good one this year. I guarantee it.
Yes, yes, yes. I believe it. I believe it. Yo, you guys, this isn't a political show right here. This one right now, we're about to talk about another issue that is plaguing our country in the sense of media and social media and the minds of so-called Black voices. All right. Racism, and race supremacy, which isn't always a white thing. Black people have a form of Black supremacy as well. And it comes out. They just don't call it, Black supremacy, but you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can see, you can feel it. It just reeks off of them when they get talking, man. All right. Well, you know what we got? We got human supremacy. That's what I'm rolling with. How about you, Corey?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna roll with you on that one.
Human supremacy.
Because that white supremacy thing is, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to break it down. It don't mean nothing.
It really doesn't. And before I jump into this, you guys know why white supremacy even started? White supremacy wasn't because white people thought they were superior. That came after. But the reason why they formed white supremacy groups was because they understood that if they did not stop their race or the white colored people, because we're all human, it's the same race. But if white didn't stick with white, then they would be bred out, because you could get, if you put two Black people together and they have a baby, that baby could come out white. Two Black people can have a white baby, but two white people can't have a Black baby. Okay, that's just science. So white supremacists was like, look, we don't mix with them. We're gonna stay within the race, keep it like that, and we're just gonna tell them that we better. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. Some stupid shit like that. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, because now you gotta listen to this chick, man. Listen to this, you guys. I'm about to pull this up right now. I was scrolling last night on Facebook, and I came across this video from Black Knowledge. Okay, I want you guys to listen to this bullshit, and then we're gonna break it down. There's a couple parts in this video I want you guys to hear, so go ahead and start it.
Who allow themselves and use their positions to support white supremacists and white supremacy, and they disrespect, diminish, and undermine Black society as a whole while they're doing it. Those are the individuals that I have a very serious problem with. Somebody talk Black to me. Again, family, as you come in, please come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. On the count of 3, if you haven't, give us the thumbs up if you're watching us on FlyNubianQueenTV.com or one of our affiliate networks. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Ready to
Let me fast forward because she
thank you so much.
Listen.
That's the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, don't.
Empathetic.
Here we go. This
I'm
is
so
it.
excited.
Listen to this shit.
Hit 10,000 subscribers. And I'm like, yay, that's so amazing. Now, family, let's get ready to get into it. As you thank you so much. Did I say 1, 2, 3? I think I did. Did I? If I didn't, I'll say it again. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, family. I want to start, as I often do with these types of shows, by first of all saying that Black people are the most sympathetic, empathetic, loving, accepting people on the planet. We prove that every single day of our life here in America, because we dwell amongst our tormentors without having raised a weapon against them. We're the only group of people that's known for forgiving white supremacist terrorists when they don't ask for forgiveness. We're the only group of people that will strategically and intentionally put ourselves in harm's way to be assaulted, to even be murdered by a white supremacist in order to show that you are non-threatening and that you're loving and that you're kind, and all you want is acceptance. I always like.
Okay, I gotta pause her real quick. So you just heard all that, right? You're muted. Because there's a lot I gotta break down, you guys. We're about to get deep. But did y'all hear that? She said that Black people are the most sympathetic, empathetic, soft-spoken, loving, caring, merciful, all just basically little gods walking around on the planet. And the reason why is because we live with our tormentors. Okay? I'm assuming she's talking about white people. So white people are our tormentors. So we live amongst our tormentors and we don't kill them. So we are just the best people in the entire world. And not only that, what she say? She said we only
want, no, we
no,
forgive
we
them.
let people beat us down. That's what she said. We allow ourselves to be brutalized, and we allow ourselves to, to be killed. We lay down and just be killed because we just so good people. We don't want to do nothing back. How about people died and were killed at the hands of so-called white cops is what she's referring to in that. When she's talking about laying down and dying, she's talking about the police killing Black men. Okay. How about we just don't break the law? Which I know that's not in every instance. I know that sometimes there's a bad cop all day long. Absolutely. Sometimes there is a bad cop, and shame on them. I ain't backing that shit at all. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, somebody was doing something they wasn't supposed to do in the first place, which called for the police to come out. But
that's right.
But we're just innocent, and we just went to the police and laid down our life because we just
for the cause
like that. Yeah, it's for the cause, just to show our sympathy and shit. That was some bullshit. Everybody that's watching right now, if you could share this video out. If you're watching via Facebook, please go over to my YouTube and watch it from YouTube. Forget Facebook, y'all. Come on. Also, download ourfreedombook.com if you haven't already. Forget Facebook. Please watch me from YouTube. Cash Kelly, the Streetlight. We're gonna keep going with this. You got anything you want to say before we keep playing this?
No, I wanna go some more. I want to get it all.
Okay. It's a couple of different clips. I'm sorry, you guys bear with me because I'm gonna be fast forwarding through this because some shit she just starts going off. You'll see she's blinking a lot and she starts hitting the gavel and just going. She looks like she like possessed or something. But check this shit out. This is why unity won't happen with people that sit and listen to people like her and take her as some type of fucking leader. She's not. She's gonna lead you to the grave. That's what she's gonna do. But we're gonna keep listening.
I can't hear you.
Claim of division. Somebody talk Black to me.
You said you can't hear?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Somebody talk Black to me. Somebody talk Black to me. Hold on.
Is it playing? I can't hear it.
My dumb ass didn't pull the screen up. I'm watching it on the other side. Sorry.
And you was muted.
Okay. All right.
In order to show that you are non-threatening and that you're loving and that you're kind, and all you want is acceptance. I always like to remind us of this for the naysayers, the haters, the ignorant, and the unintelligent, and the mess makers who would say, well, by you discussing stuff like this is just bringing division amongst the races. Sit your funny looking self down. There is nobody more loving, more kind than we. I remind you of this in order to bring to nothing your claim of division. Somebody talk black to me. So we're the most loving. We're the most accepting. We nurture all. We help all. Watch this, without receiving quid pro quo, without receiving the same level of support back. It is important in this season that we say, you know what? Because black folks are still in the same condition after almost 500 years.
How the fuck are we in the same condition that we was 500 years? I'm only 32. First off, I was not around 500 years ago to be in the same condition that we was in 500 years ago. She speaks as if she was a slave. And that's a problem. Yeah. I hate when people do that shit. You were not there. You were not treated badly. You read about the shit and you put yourself there. People read these things, read history, and then they put themselves in there. Like they were the ones that were oppressed. They were the ones that was beaten. They were the ones that were killed. They were the ones that went through all the hardships. That shit's not real. She just made it real inside her head. And then she's talking about, you know, the how kind we are and most nurturing and most caring, except to each other.
Except
to each other.
Woo. Oh man, that part was eating me up. Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right then. Let's just, for argument's sake, you know, I do the for the argument's sake thing. Let's say you're right, but why are we like that towards each other? And one of the other big things that she said that's really driving me nuts, man, every time I hear it, is like we do this to ourselves because for some reason, and I have not figured it all the way out yet, we like it. We like to say we oppressed. We like to say, man, the white man is hold me down. I don't know why we like saying that. Like, what is so special and fun about feeling that way or even saying that? Man, I don't feel that way. I'm not oppressed.
It's an excuse for failure. When you fail at something, you can look back and say, well, my life is shitty because the white man held me back. No, your life is shitty because you didn't make it not shitty. That's why.
This lady is dangerous, man. I break that
very
down.
Dangerous. That's why I'm bringing her on our show today, just to show people, and we're gonna destroy all of this rhetoric here shortly after. Matter of fact, we'll pause it in between. When you hear something that you don't like or you want to make a comment, go ahead and tell me to stop the video, because this shit is insane. People like this is the reason why we can't progress. You know what I'm saying? Or why people think we are not progressing. You know, because there's more people out there like you and I than she.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
Yo, so before we keep going, you guys, I'm about to play this right now, but if you could, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube. I got 41% of you guys, or 47% of you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube, but watch the video on YouTube. So please go to my YouTube right now. Forget Facebook. Watch it from YouTube. It's a lot better. All right. Subscribe to my channel, please. It helps me out without you having to give a dime. You feel me? So if you could do that for me, I greatly appreciate it. Let's keep on going. Oh, here. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. That's what she say. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, everybody. Here we go.
We're going to have to let everybody else's issues go so that we can tend to ourselves. I know many of you understand that, because that's the big thing now where folks are talking about what? Self-care. And it makes sense, because you are no good to anybody else if you're dead, if you're sick. And that's one of the things that I'm learning as someone that has a medical disability, where I'm saying I'm not receiving it, but I'm saying I'm on my journey of healing. Somebody talk black to me. And notwithstanding the extraordinary amount of pressure and what it takes for me to even check DMs or messages or to do day-to-day simple stuff, sometimes people don't even care. They will still load you up with unnecessary drama and issues and problems and expectations and demands, and don't have a care or concern about what you're going through, even though you mention it, even though you talk about it, not for sympathetic reasons, but to let them know where you stand and what's really going on. Some folk won't care. And some of you, because you refuse to speak for yourself, stand up for yourself, set appropriate boundaries for yourself, you get upset because you would think that other people would be thoughtful enough to put you first, or thoughtful enough to say, you know what, that might be inappropriate for me to even make this request or to do this, that, and the third, because this person is dealing with a unique situation here. That's in my personal life. But in terms of the Black collective, in terms of Black society as a whole, we refuse to say, no, some of us keep expecting the people that mistreated us for 500 years, you're expecting them to change. And they've been consistent, watch this, over the centuries.
Okay, hold on, stop for a minute.
Yeah, because she's going, you hear this shit?
Yeah,
They've been consistent over 500 years. They've been consistent. And if you was about to finish listening to her, what she say they consistent with, she's throwing all types of jabs at white people as a whole. She's not just saying, well, these type of what. No, she's saying white people as a whole basically are the devil and the biggest problem on the planet. While we're the saviors, we're the saints, we're the best, we're everything because we're Black. Get the fuck out of here.
And not only that, man, hold on. I was trying to get Marlon on and think at the same time. This lady tripping, man. what was the last thing she said? That's what I was on.
Let me run it back for you.
That's in my personal life. But in terms of the Black collective, in terms of Black society as a whole, we refuse to say,
she looked bugged out. She looked bugged out.
Some of us keep expecting the people that mistreated us for 500 years, you're expecting them to change. Okay, and they've been consistent, watch this, over the centuries.
Hold on.
Okay, good.
And you keep scratching your head and saying, you can't believe that they're still like that. But I'm scratching my head to say, I'm not sure what's wrong with you, with your funny looking self. It's not just what's wrong with them, it's what's wrong with you. When they've given you a proven, unbroken track record of savagery, barbarism, racism, torment, rape, and all other manner of evil. The question is not you expecting them to change. The question has to be not just what's wrong with them, but what's wrong with you.
Exactly. What the hell is wrong with you? She's got some demons, bruh. She just basically what she's trying to say is that all white people are murderers, rapists, thieves, tormentors, just the lowest of the low. And they've been that consistently for 500 years. She said they're racist. Racism is a new invention that was created here in America. It was never racism when slavery was just business. Okay? And that's what she doesn't grasp that, because y'all can tell she's not very educated at all. She just is talking to hear herself talk. She's not very educated. And you'll hear that as you keep on listening to her. But she starts saying some really far out there shit, man. As we keep going, I got the times of which she says these things. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off because my mom's white, first off. Mm-hmm. My children are part white. I'm part white. You know what I'm saying? My uncle is white. And I love my family. My family ain't racist by no fucking means. By no means is my family racist. My mom ain't never killed nobody. My mom ain't never raped nobody. My mom ain't never tormented nobody. My mom ain't no damn racist. So how the hell are you gonna sit here and say that all white people are this way? And we're the greatest thing in the world. You know, Black people are we're just the best, but not to each other though. But that's not our fault though. Just because, you just don't know that we're actually great. You just don't know that we're actually the best people in the damn world. We're the biggest saints. We're the biggest lovers, and we're the most merciful and compassionate and loving people that God ever created. But we just don't know that. That's all. we forget that when it comes to each other. You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible, man. This lady's promoting hate.
Yep.
And anger. She's
and
a promoter
dangerous.
of it.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. And people like this lady is a big reason why we are in the situation that we are in, because we grow up and we believe this mess. And again, I've said it a million times, and I'm gonna say it a million more times. I know from experience, because I was one of those people. I was one of those people that when she talked, I pumped my fist and I felt good about what she was saying, because I felt good. I felt good in that low, dark place for whatever reason that was. Well, no, I know what the reason was, because I hadn't turned to God. But before then, that dark place felt good. And this is what she's promoting. She's promoting darkness, she's promoting evil, and she's promoting anger. And that's the bottom line. And we cannot move forward with people like her and believe it. That's why this is a great thing that this has been exposed on this channel today, because this woman is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? She's dangerous to our health, our wealth, our salvation. I mean, the whole 9 yards. We got to get rid of people like this. Yeah.
I totally agree. Totally. 100% agree with you, my brother.
Yeah,
I'm going to fast forward just a little bit, because you'll see. I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Is you've got to stop expecting people to look out for you and to put you first and to care about you and to think about you. You've got to stop expecting everybody to be moral and thoughtful and upright. And in some cases, they might be moral. And I'm not talking about the white supremacists, of course, but just in your individual situations. But it just might be that they're so preoccupied with their own lives that they just hadn't noticed. So you have to speak up for yourself, but because you don't want to be the bad guy, you want to look good. You want everybody to think that you are precious and cute and sweet and kind. You allow yourselves to be used even to your death. Shall we say, in many instances, misused. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep liking and sharing. A supporter of this network. Thumbs up.
I need to grow up, man. I can't quit laughing.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get better. Just wait. She starts going in. Hold on. I'm about to fast forward, because now she's talking about how,
James,
her network and all that.
Beloved, I bless your gift 1,000.
She's blessed their gifts 1,000 times. I guess she's a witch too.
Oh, they sent her money?
Yeah.
Black people. I gave you the footage and reminded you.
There we go. Let's see what this was. Listen to this fucking psycho.
Just use permitted by copyright statutes that would otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use.
Is that me, Cash? I'm getting the echo.
That's me. I got my mic still going. I got a brother on here that just joined us right now, man. What's going on, bro?
What's good, bro?
Same old game, man. Oh man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad to have you here, man. Just listen, man. We just got started, but listen to this chick, man, and the things that she's saying. You missed the big parts, but just listen, all right?
All right, I got you.
All right.
All right. Now, what's going on? Well, I'll start with this article because I read through several, and this was released today. Now, remember, I knew it was going to be some mess, because remember during yesterday's show, if you'll recall, I specifically mentioned who Governor Newsom chose, because remember yesterday I was also talking about reminding you about what Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said when asked about reparations for Black people. I gave you the footage and showed you rather.
Look like she got a bad connection.
How angry she was at that Black woman reporter for exposing the fact that many Hispanics consider themselves to be white Hispanics. Now, I'm making this point for a reason, and I need some of you that try to be real technical with me. I need some of you that will say, well, I'm trying to remember one of the statements because it was so many. From different one of you, when you give me feedback sometime. You know, well, the Hispanic people, they really are African too, and they're really Black too. And I've expressed to you before, I know very clearly that they're also melanated people and that we're their mothers and fathers. That's not the issue, slowness. Someone else even told me about some of the teachers from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, what he teaches. Family, I know that. I'm aware of that.
She crazy,
That's not
y'all.
what this is about. Every time you watch the Vicky show, practically, I remind you that I'm the mother of civilization. I often remind you of the different melanated people around the globe. But I also remind you that when I'm criticizing and pointing out certain things, I'm doing it in love. Watch this. You should be upset about what they're doing. That should be the source of your anger and not the fact that I'm highlighting this as a source of division. Now, did you hear what I just said? I said many of them consider themselves officially to be what? White Hispanics, slowness. So you don't need to tell me about nobody's teachings. You don't need to tell me nothing about, well, technically, you know, they got African and Black. Slowness. We know stuff like this. But when those individuals reject their Blackness, where the Black people at? They can understand and they're smart and that's intelligent. When you got folks going around saying, I am white, 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 white Hispanic. Did you catch that? That's the issue we're talking about.
You see the
Don't
crazy look in her eyes?
To try to tell me, well, Ocasio-Cortez, Representative, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, she was technically writing stuff. And because the question when she asked what is Black, somebody was on my page talking about Hebrew stuff and shut up. This ain't time to flex your non-existent intelligent muscles. This ain't that time right there. You just watched a DVD, a movie somewhere, which is good, which is great. I believe in education.
How does she have so many
You need to
followers?
read books and stuff and understand stuff about your history, but you are missing the point and the context of what I'm saying, slowness. You need direct nothing to me. You need not direct one thing to me. You need to direct this information to the people that you say they technically are Black. You need to be asking them if that's true. Why y'all out here talking about you white Hispanics? Y'all see how I broke that down real quick without taking you through a semantic maze?
She ain't break down shit.
You see how I shut that down when you thought you was getting ready to tell me the original languages and stuff? And how don't use the word Black and what it means legally and what the Moors know and stuff.
And
you see how I shut that down so cute? Didn't I do that so good? How did I shut it down? I shut it down by saying, get away from me. Tell them that. Make it make sense why they are officially and legally saying that they are white Hispanics. We're calling that out. And we're not only calling that out, we're calling out the fact that when you come here, you not only
get it out, girl,
identify as a specifically white Hispanic, the way that you vote, the interests that you have verifies the same. That is to say that if you are Black, like some of you all want us to believe, and many of us already know that you have those roots, even when you're rejecting those roots, the question is, how do you make it make sense to come here, some of you, and disrespect and collaborate with our 465-year-old open enemies?
All right. Now I gotta stop her. I gotta stop her real quick. So y'all hearing this shit, right? So white people are our open enemies, our 465-year-old open enemies, even though she just said that for 501 years they've been, doing us wrong. So I guess they only been our enemies for like 36 years of that, prior to the 36 years, they was friendly in the beginning of their atrocities that they committed against us, from what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? They did it in a nice way, so that didn't count. They've only been our enemies for 465 years, but they've been beating our ass for 501. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the little points. But
you gotta give her a break, man. She's drunk.
She's something, bro. I think her wig on too tight or something. But bruh, listen, she is basically elevating black people, right? But not all black people. Only the black people that agree with what she's saying. Okay? Because if you have a difference of opinion, then sit your funny looking self down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're gonna hear how she gets to going. The things that she starts saying about, white people and how she feel about, black people to white people. And then she gets to going. And then she starts talking politics, which really started pissing me off, because the point that she's trying to make with the politics coming up is that they need more black, Kamala Harris, I guess, gave up her Senate seat, and they are appointing a white woman, I guess, into the Senate seat. And she's pissed off about that because they should have gave it to another black woman. And we should be angry that they didn't give it to another black woman, because a black woman is just supposed to have the Senate seat, because I guess Kamala Harris all of a sudden is black now. And then she starts talking about how we need to vote for people based on them being black. Now, that is the stupidest fucking way to vote ever. Ever. You don't vote on somebody just because of their race. Now, if we did that, we'd be hitting a heap of shit. You feel me? You vote on somebody because of their policy, because they're the best man for the job.
You just said something. If Kamala actually do get in there, we are about to be in a heap of shit because we voting for people because they black.
Yeah.
I mean, man, it's gonna be, they gonna learn today.
Bruh, but it's about to get a lot more funny. I'm about to skip ahead because she just keeps talking and it's just annoying. So I'm gonna go to this next part where she really starts saying some sick shit. Let me see. I think it's about right here.
And also called her out on Newsom. That's the white mayor who speak for the state.
Everything's race. Hey, you hear that? Everything's race. The white mayor. Not the shitty fucking crappy ass mayor, the white mayor. Okay? He's shitty because he's white, apparently. All right? So let's listen.
Quote, it's an unfortunate situation as we're trying to move this country forward and make sure that Black lives truly matter and that African Americans have a seat at the table, especially African American women. After what was done in this race on a national level, it definitely is unfortunate. That's practically fighting words from members of LAM. They are on fire. They are big mad. Because the Zaddy Joe Biden done ticked him off. Now Zaddy Newsom, white Democrat out of California, here he is. That's Gavin Newsom. That's the white mayor who appointed this white Latino man, Hispanic man. Now this right here is Professor, she goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter. I have tagged and tweeted her before and busted her in lies that she put out and also called her out on her disrespect. She was the one.
And now I'm doing the same to you, you wretched ass hate.
Don't
do it. Boy, And I'm doing the same thing to you. We putting you out because you are a racist, man. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. You are a racist. You more racist than white racist. That's crazy.
I think you almost slipped up and said something else.
I almost called her a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't want to do that though, because then she's gonna be like, "How dare you call a black woman a bitch?" And I don't get with that shit. I don't discriminate. I'm not like you. I don't go off the race. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Okay.
You got to invite her on the show, man.
Yeah, I don't think she want to do that one, bro. I hate, but let's keep it rolling.
This is a professor. Watch this. Watch this. Let me get a better. Her real name is Brittany Cooper, by the way. Let me get a better picture so you can, or a single picture, so that she's not on there. Professor Brittany Cooper, again, she goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter. This is the lady right here who, when Ice Cube said that when they learned that Donald Trump changed a part of his campaign agenda and amended it based on suggestions from Ice Cube. Remember all the backlash that these black females and black people in general, especially with the Democratic Party, gave Ice Cube. She sent out a tweet about Ice Cube and said, F. She said the word though. She said, F.
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. How she just censor herself from saying fuck, right? But you over here spitting all this racist ass rhetoric and white people this, and come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Ice Cube. That was a tweet from this professor. She tweeted out F Ice Cube. Thank you for your kind words and your compliments, family. Thank you so much. I dress up for you and for me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, like and share, would you? Watch this. So this Brittany Cooper, who goes by Professor Crunk on Twitter, she literally tweeted out, because of that, F you. And then she put out another tweet for any other black man that was not beholden to the Democratic Party. If they chose, for example, to vote for Trump, for whatever the situation is, any black man that wasn't on board, watch this.
Oh, she got the Rona.
She tweeted and called them, which you all know I talked about this several times. She called black men, those black men, you traitorous MFers.
MFer.
I said, this is your Professor Crunk. Now, the Professor Crunk, her real name again is Brittany Cooper. Miss Brittany Cooper is,
hey, Jeanette said that crack call.
some kind of feminist
Crack call.
women's professor. By the way, family, some of you may have heard right now the breaking news that Donald Trump has pardoned Paul Manafort and Roger Stone and some other loyalists. All of these things are expected. And I wanted to mention that in the middle of this broadcast because white supremacy is all out open. The reason why you don't hear me spend disproportionate amount of time discussing the hiccups of black men, the condition of our men. And y'all know I don't make no excuses for you brothers either. Somebody talk black to me. I don't make excuses for us, but I understand what 465 years of oppression and hell will do to you. Oppression and hell, by the way, that mostly white men and their white women are responsible for putting us in. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Did y'all just hear that shit? Did you just hear that? She just said that the reason why we are in the condition that we are in, if it's fucked up, is because of white men and white women. Let me tell you something. Miss Vicky.
Oh, black to her.
let me talk black to you real quick. All right. You know that like a lot of Americans love me, right? And I'm black in appearance. My color, if you want to say that, is black. Well, my appearance is brown, but you say that I'm black because that's how you identify a race with when it comes to you. I don't identify a race with an adjective. Okay. My race is human, but my appearance to you would call me a black man, Miss Vicky, right? But America loves me, and not even just America. Australia, Canada, England, Italy, a lot of different places around the world love Cash Kelly, and they don't see me as a black man. They see me as a positive voice for change, right? Guess what? Cash Kelly would not exist without a white woman by the name of Kimberly Kelly, my mother.
Let's get it.
That white woman is the reason why I exist. So keep it classy, Cash. God bless you, Miss Vicky. You're erring in your way. I'm just going to say that. Let's keep playing the video, okay?
They're all out open with their corruption. They are blatant, and frankly, they flaunt it. But you guys still don't recognize that we're at war and be want me to spend all my time sitting up here dogging out black men. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Oh, we at war now too, guys. Forgot
the
to tell
long
you.
list of your zaddies that you're trying to act like are worthy to be worshipped and to get with right now. Their list is too long for me to even have time to officially and publicly address on a just non-stop basis black men when you got this kind of all out in your face white supremacy going on. And then what gets me is that some of the females that's dogging out the black men, okay, because they done had a couple of bad relationships with them. You turn around now, and I know this is a side note, but then you turn around and talk about how you want to get you with a white man. Don't nobody care if you want you a zaddy. But ain't it funny that you can forgive a zaddy who's a son of a slave master, a zaddy who's responsible for your disenfranchisement, the very people who's responsible for raping your mama and sodomizing your great-great-great-great-granddaddy, you now making zaddy the standard now. I'm gonna get me a white man. You sound stupid and dumb.
Well, isn't that the fucking pot calling the kettle black, y'all? Did you hear that?
You sound dumb.
Now that is one of the predominant factors that do happen in our community. We will put down our women or our brothers to uplift other people when really, you know what I'm saying, you have bad issues with everybody.
That's the point. There's issues with everybody, but a racist will only single out one race.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the problem.
Right. She was on to something, but she took it to somewhere else. Like you don't have to put down your own people to try to uplift others.
Exactly. We call a spade a spade. If you fucked up and you white, we're gonna say you fucked up. Not because you're white, just because you fucked up. If you fucked up and you black, we're gonna say you fucked up. Not because you're black, but because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And this is where she's airing at so bad. But she just basically, did y'all hear this? She just said that if a black woman wants to get with a white man or a black man wants to get with a white woman, that they are with the person. She said the person that is responsible for rape murder, torture of you and your people. Where the fuck did she get off of a time machine? Did she just come from fucking 1822? Because I really feel like she had to have been there, because she is putting the blame as if these people are alive today. Straight up. It ain't right. She's not right. I feel what she's saying, but I can't stand this motherfucking broad and what she's saying, because she's saying it in such a racist fucking tone. I can see if you were saying you're with the white supremacist. Now, white woman, if you or black woman, if you get with the white man that is a neo-Nazi, then you're with the person that condones the rape and murder and all. Okay, that'd be different. But when you just throw all white people out there, see, now I'm taking it offensive because you're talking about my family. You're talking about my family and some of my friends, you know what I'm saying, who were brought up in the struggle with me, grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Went through the same shit I went through. Talk about shit. And I can tell you right now, she ain't had the black experience. I know a lot more white people that had the black experience that she never had. She's just speaking. You can hear it. You can hear how she's not informed about shit that probably goes on in the hood. She probably went to the hood a couple of times to get some dick or something, but I don't think she was raised there. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep it going. We'll keep it going, y'all. I'm going to mute you guys' mic so there's no feedback.
Go get you one. It shows how messed up your head is. And besides that, stop making the announcement that you're going to get one. Just get with one and just shut up. Don't even make no back-to-back announcements of how terrible you think they are. Just get with them and just go. Just go. Just go. But I digress. Let's get back to all these black women that's big mad. Big mad. Watch this. So you heard the last part of the hill, that last piece that I was telling you, right? It says Breed's name had circulated as a potential pick to fill the seat, as well as California Democratic Representative Karen Bass and Barbara Lee. Y'all know both of them, right? According to ABC 7 News. Now watch this other article, because y'all know I was on this, because I was laughing the whole time when I was reading this, because every bit of this was knowable. Look at this BET headline. I'm just trying to show y'all all the headlines. Y'all keep it on y'all. Family. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. That's Padilla. That's gonna be the new Senate guy. And then this is your zaddy, Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. Look at the headline. The headline there says California Governor Gavin Newsom's pick to replace Kamala Harris in Senate draws anger and criticism. Family, this was just published 3 hours ago before I came on, because I was seeing all these back-to-back headlines where they are so mad at the Democrats right now. But you got to understand that Gavin Newsom, the Democrat in California, is in lockstep with Joe Biden and the DNC. This is what you get when you act like you're a slave. When you demand nothing in the beginning, you don't have the right after the fact to turn around and say how mad and upset you are. When these black women were making suggestions to Gavin Newsom as soon as they learned that Kamala was going to be the next VP, they did not put a threat, or they did not talk about how they were going to punish him or what they were going to do if he did not do what they told him to do, suggesting a black woman to replace her. You guys did not say you're going to have to vote him out, or you're going to go against him if he runs again, or you're going to support his opponent, or you're going to put up your own candidate. You've constantly shown your undying support and love and devotion to the Democratic Party. They bragged about how Black women had the highest rates demographically in terms of support for the Democratic Party. He knew at the end of the day, all he was going to do, y'all was going to bite the bullet and go sit your funny looking selves down somewhere. But again, all of this was knowable. All of this was knowable. Watch this. This article written by Madison J. Gray says, California Governor Gavin Newsom has selected Secretary of State Alex Padilla to serve out the remainder of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's term in the U.S. Senate. And that decision has disappointed many who felt that a Black woman would have been a wiser decision. Padilla becomes the first Latino to represent the state in the Senate. But the choice also means that there will be no Black women in the Senate and one less woman in it. Although Padilla was always the front runner for the job, a favorite by many was Representative Barbara Lee, the Oakland Congresswoman, who congratulated Padilla's ascension to the position, but also thanked her supporters who wanted to see her get the job. You biscuits or something else. Watch this, y'all. You heard me say just a second ago how San Francisco's Mayor London Breed, they mentioned London Breed, the Black woman mayor, upset about this too. But they say she, along with others, like watch all these legal mammy members. Listen to all these Black Democratic women who no doubt told you to support Joe Biden and shut up about reparations, shut up about tangibles, shut up about getting any concessions up front. Watch this list. I was stunned when I read this earlier. She, along with others, including Lee,
Yo, this chick is off the hook, bro. Straight up. She is off.
She's swinging for everybody.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. There's something wrong with her. Listen how she about to keep going right now. Watch, listen. Let me know if y'all got feedback. I'm gonna leave your mics unmuted, so in case y'all want to say something, but if you hear any feedback, just mute yourself, all right?
Cool.
Representative Karen Bass of Los Angeles, Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf, California Attorney General Javier Becerra, and Representative Ro Khanna, an Indian American who represents Silicon Valley, had all been thought to fill Harris's spot. Many people believe the governor would pay a political price. Y'all watch this. Kerman Maddox, a Democratic consultant and fundraiser who is Black, said in an email message to the AP, "It's a terribly insensitive decision with the nation in the midst of a reckoning over racial injustice." If Governor Newsom, y'all listen to what these Black bootlicks are saying now. The same Black bootlicks who told us that we were wrong for telling you not to vote without concessions, without reparations, without getting an understanding of a full Black economic policy before you throw all your support behind Joe Biden. Watch this. This Black Maddox, remember I just said he's a Democratic consultant. Watch this. Says, if Governor Newsom thinks our disappointment with the Kamala Harris replacement will be tempered, excuse me, will be tempered by appointing an African American woman to be California's Secretary of State, he clearly does not know this constituency. That's a threat from them. This Black Democratic consultant says, if Governor Newsom thinks our disappointment with the Kamala Harris replacement will be tempered by appointing
Yo, all I know is this chick.
In African American.
This chick is not just crazy, bro. Not just racist, but she got the Rona.
Dude, you gotta admit, Cass,
From
she funny. She funny.
She is funny,
from
but
what I
only
get, yo, she don't have a solid point. Like she keep flipping
She has-
subject to subject, and
exactly.
it kind of contradict each other.
That's exactly what we were going to get at toward the end of it, is that she didn't make a point. She's just spewing hate. She's just spewing shit that furthers the divide. And she's creating in the minds of black people a victim mentality, and to point the blame to somebody else or why we can't do something. And then telling people that we need more black people in politics, basically, but not telling you why other than they're black. And then talking about reparations. If she had any kind of education, you would understand. They already were going to give reparations to black people back in the 90s. And the reason why it didn't happen is because they deal with nations. If you're going to pay reparations, you pay reparations to a nation. You don't pay reparations to a people. You pay it to a nation. What nation are we from? Who can tell me that?
I'm from the United States, man.
We're from the United States, but where did our ancestors come from when they took them over here on slave ships?
Well,
we don't know. Let's just be honest.
I was going to say my famous word. I don't know.
Exactly.
And guess what else? Guess what else though? I really don't care.
Me neither. She's beating up a fucking dead horse, man. Ain't nobody worried about that. All we want is what we have. Equal opportunity to be able to do the things that everybody else can do. Now we have that. That's why we have so many successful people that happen to be darker skinned Americans in the world today. Not because we're held back. This chick she's living in a fucking bizarro world, bro. It's driving me crazy. But we got to finish. I want to let y'all keep hearing her.
American woman to be California Secretary of State. He clearly does not know this constituency. Some of you all may be saying, what do you mean? Because remember, Padilla, the Hispanic guy, was the Secretary of State for California. He's now getting ready to be senator, right? Well, now that he's being removed from that position, they're going to need to replace him with a new Secretary of State for California, right? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all, I was too through. Governor Newsom is scared to death because he started to hear rumblings from black bootlicks who were ticked off that he did not replace Kamala Harris with a black woman, right? Guess what he did? Right after that, he taps a woman by the name Shirley Weber to serve as California State Secretary of State. Shirley Weber family is the black woman that previous article is referring to. Here she is. This is not about being funny or nothing like this. It's not about being disrespectful. Y'all know that I don't believe in disrespecting, our people. We are who we are.
Just everybody else.
So that's not why I'm showing you her picture. This is a black woman. After he got in trouble, I guess he thinks he was telling them, I'm gonna have a black woman as Secretary of State. How many of you all know that the Secretary of State has nothing to do with wielding power in the upper chamber of Congress? Because there are two chambers of Congress. The lower chamber, the upper chamber. The lower chamber is a House of Representatives. The higher chamber of Congress is what? The Senate. There is no black woman in the Senate.
Who gives a fuck?
Right. Who? Okay.
So he said, like Joe Biden did Simone Sanders, they let you know you can play second fiddle with this little state job that's about to be up in 2 years before I send you to Congress. Before you can be where you can be closer to the president, closer to the vice president, closer to the power brokers in DC.
The reason why, Okay, I see this comment right here. It says, Cash, why are you giving this any airtime? Why am I giving this any airtime? I'm giving this airtime because I got a lot of trolls that come on here and watch us also, okay? And they happen to be black, Mexican, and white, okay? So when they come on here, they see us, they see the comments from you guys, and they see whatever it is that we got on the screen. And what we got on the screen right now was somebody who, outside of my screen on my platform, has a platform where the people agree with her. And they're in agreement with her blindly just because she's a black woman saying pro-black things and black empowerment. But they don't hear the fallacy in it. They don't see the problem in what she's saying. So what I'm doing is pulling her to my platform. So when they come and see her again, I can stop it just how I do, pause it, and point out the error. Point out the error in what she's saying and why, and explain why it's wrong and why we don't need this kind of thought, why we don't need this kind of rhetoric put out there. Because all it's doing is dividing us more and creating a bigger victim mentality in the minds of black people that say, well, if I fail, it's not my fault. It's your fault because you're white and you're holding me back. I'm oppressed. Victim, victim, victim. We don't want that. So I'm breaking it down. I'm pulling her on here to make a joke out of it because that's exactly what it is to anybody with a brain, anybody that has some form of intelligence and that's read history but lives in the current and understands the history but doesn't let that affect them will see that this woman is off her rocker. Her cheese has slid off of her cracker. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show that. That's it. So it's probably annoying to some, and I understand, but it's necessary. All right. It is very necessary that we do this. And I'm going to start doing this more with a lot of different people. It's going to be white people that's spewing some racist shit, black people spewing racist shit, anybody doing something divisive that is harmful to the people that we are trying to save, that we're trying to get through to. All right. I'm going to expose them. That's my new thing. I might even call it the show. That's going to be the name of the new show. Expose them. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep on rolling. Let this crazy lady talk a little bit more. You guys, I'm sorry. If you guys don't want to watch, I understand. Her voice is a little bit intolerable and that wig is throwing me off or whatever that is. I don't know. But yeah, I got to do this though, you guys. So if you don't want to watch, I understand. All I need you to do for me then is share this. And everybody that's watching me on Facebook, please, guys, go subscribe to my YouTube. I need y'all to do that. It's right up here on the screen. All right. Cash Kelly, the Streetlight on YouTube. Okay. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube and share it out from YouTube. I appreciate you and I love you. Let's keep watching the crazy lady. I bet you she owns some cats, y'all.
You can play second fiddle. I'm going to make a black woman the new Secretary of State for the state. They're going to like that. Did y'all see that? The Democrats are making a fool of you slaves. And you all got the nerve to be
It's the first damn good thing she said.
And mad on the wrong side of stuff. Watch this, y'all. Gavin Newsom took his cues from Joe Biden. Gavin Newsom took his cues from everybody who always mistreats black folk in the Democratic Party. Are y'all hearing me? Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, like and share. For those of you that are just coming in, like, share, subscribe. My name is Vicki Dillard. I'm so pleased that you've joined us. I want you to know that I'm typically here weekdays. That's Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. For those of you that don't know, we were telling you that we made available for you Angels Unleashed, an amazing 2021 calendar where I put my heart into it. For each month, you'll have a thought, an angelic thought, and a core.
There it is. Batshit crazy. You heard it? Y'all heard it? Batshit crazy. You have an angelic thought and corresponding, whatever.
Corresponding scripture for the month to meditate on for 30 days. Get there now. We've made a few.
How you talk about scripture and racism in the same damn paragraph? What the hell is wrong with you, woman? What is wrong with you? Somebody go pray for her real quick, all right?
More available for you. The VickiCalendar.com, the Vicki Calendar worth it. It's pre-sales, okay? Of these calendars, okay? To the Senate. Family, thumbs up, like and share. Would you? Let me get finished with this part so that I can prepare tonight for my mastermind. So Gavin Newsom gives Black people, and specifically you Black League of Mammies, who politically prostituted yourselves. And then when we said you prostituting yourself, got mad at us, dogged out Black folk, while supporting and big up in white folk. Watch this. Gavin Newsom said, forget all y'all. I'll make her Secretary of State, but I'm not finna send nobody no Black woman to the Senate. You see how white folks don't want the playing field leveled? They feel like you Negroes got Kamala. They want you to know you better be glad you got Kamala. They want you to be thankful that you got Kamala. They want you to know that you're acting uppity to expect that you should still maintain the Senate, and then you got the nerve to be a VP. This is the white supremacist zaddy telling your funny looking self, you feeling yourself. Negro, you get one biscuit and one crumb at a time. You don't even get two biscuits. You get one crusty, stale biscuit at a time. That means that there is no Black women in the Senate. Very few has ever made history in the first place of even being in the Senate. But they are reinforcing their stronghold of white supremacy in these power places. I bless all of your gifts 1,000-fold. Thank you so much for supporting Black media and putting your money where your mouth is. Thank you so much. Do y'all see that? Do you see how they are not going to allow? We are nowhere near the percentage that we should be in either houses, the upper chamber rather, or lower chambers of Congress. It's not even, it's nowhere near even. But Negro, you get only one token. Excuse me. And one biscuit at a time.
I'm getting hungry. She keep on talking about
biscuits. The reason Joe
biscuits.
Biden was screaming and hollering at Al Sharpton and them was because he felt that they were being uppity. He wants you to know Negroes are only supposed to be grateful for whatever master offers them. If master offers you some chitlins, you're supposed to be all right with that. If master offers you chitlins, you're supposed to be grateful. You're supposed to be thankful. I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. You're not supposed to question. And God knows you're not supposed to ask for nothing. Or expect nothing. Or show any signs of wanting nothing. Somebody talk Black to me.
I just got a question for everybody that's a lighter-skinned American. She calls you white. I say that you're just a light-skinned American. I got a question. Do y'all hate me? Is she right? Like, and a zaddy is a white daddy. That's what a zaddy is.
Oh, that's what I was going. I even wrote it down. Like, make sure you find out what zaddy is.
Yeah, like I'm just wondering. Are y'all looking at me right now thinking I want to rape him? I want to torture him. I want to, what you say? What else they do?
Rape.
Torment me?
Yeah.
Is that what you all want to do to me? It's a rhetorical question. I know the answer is no, except for the, torment, maybe a couple trolls on here. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't think they're white, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, man, this lady's a fucking nutcase. This lady's a nutcase.
Man, listen, I promise you, I don't even take her serious no more. She funny, man. I'm trying not to laugh because what she's saying is not funny, but it's funny.
It's not. It's some evil shit. It's some evil shit. And not one point was made. Not one point. So we're gonna finish her up real quick. Let's get her to fucking done so we can get her off of here, and then I can go ahead and shame her at the end of this show. And you guys can go on over to her page and tell her how racist she sounds, and that you're praying for her, and that you're white, and you don't care whether or not she's black. You don't not like her because she's black. You don't like her because she's a racist fuck. Okay? So let's finish up the video. Fucking loony eyes, boy. She look crazy.
Family, keep giving us a thumbs up, liking, and sharing. Watch this, watch this, watch this. That sister. Watch this.
Watch this.
Weber, that's Miss Weber. She served in the state legislature since 2020. She served in the state legislature since 2012 and is the chairwoman of the California Legislative Black Caucus. Her appointment comes as Newsom faced a lobbying campaign from several different groups over who he should pick to fill the Senate seat being vacated by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Watch this. Dr. Weber is a tireless advocate and change agent with unimpeachable integrity, Newsom said in the statement. The daughter of sharecroppers from Arkansas. Listen to this fool statement. You see how they try to mess with y'all's mind? The daughter of sharecroppers from Arkansas. Dr. Weber's father didn't get to vote until his 30s, and her grandfather never got to vote because he died before the Voting Rights Act passed in 1965. When her family moved to South Central Los Angeles, she saw as a child her parents rearrange furniture in their living room to serve as a local polling site for multiple elections. Watch this. This is how white folks pump your head up and make you think they're doing something for you. Now she'll be at the helm of California's elections as the next Secretary of State, defending and expanding the right to vote and serving as the first African American to be California's chief elections officer. Family, him picking this sister as a new Secretary of State for the state of California to replace that Hispanic guy, Padilla, it is a slap in the face for slaves who should have known better.
Just because I like to get whipped don't mean I'm a slave, cracky.
She all over the place. Either she want a man or she don't. I can't hear again.
Calvin,
she ain't saying shit.
Cough medicine. Why didn't I think of that, Calvin? Why didn't I think of that, Calvin?
Look at that condescending.
But I bless your $5 for supporting Black media.
But I bless your $5. You donated to him. She tried to clown.
Watch this. Notice how he's emphasizing the fact that as Secretary of State, he's emphasizing that she's going to be at the helm of California's elections as the next Secretary of State, defending and expanding the right to vote and serving as the first African American. This is not even a level up on a low level for Black people.
Look like she froze up. Oh,
he sees this Weber lady as the next what's her name? Out of Georgia. What's the Black lady's name out of Georgia? for voting. Thank you, Stacey Abrams. He sees.
Bear with me, Nate. It's almost over, girl. Bear with me.
He sees this Miss Weber as the next Stacey Abrams for his state. He knows he wants her to galvanize the vote, the black vote, and to make sure that if there's any funny business, that she's going to breathe hard and sweat like Stacey Abrams did for the Democratic Party to flip Georgia for the Democrats. That ain't about blessing you. That's about making sure that somebody he knows and trusts who still think voting means something is going to be there to do all of their bidding and to galvanize supporters and to file any lawsuits in case there's some funny business on the federal level, because they can always count on a mammy to do the jobs. To do the job.
She a racist ass broad, boy.
To be the next Stacey Abrams. This is Stacey Abrams for the state of California. They to any mammy that's going to breathe hard and sweat for the Democratic Party. Do you all understand that's what that is? They still expect the black woman to be the laborers and burden bearers.
Oh, here it comes.
You're supposed to do the hard work. Because that's what that's going to be. Stacey was doing hard work for years. They wasn't finna let Stacey be the governor of Georgia. Ivy League, trained and taught. Chris Coons, a white senator, is the one who said that Stacey Abrams came to him, I think he said 6 years ago, with a plan to take back Georgia. See, Mammy's got foresight for white supremacists.
They couldn't take it no more.
No, I think somebody reported the video. I'm sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Look, I think somebody reported it. About time.
Oh, man.
Jesus. Yeah, somebody had to go and report it because that was I couldn't believe that was on YouTube or on Facebook, man.
Hey,
I'm
man,
like,
I'm not gonna lie
how
to
they
you.
letting this ride? Because this is some racist shit.
I agree with your audience, man. That was hard for me to take, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with
Hey,
you,
I
man.
feel y'all. I'm sorry, but I needed to expose that, bro. I needed to throw that out there and let everybody see. This is on a page called Black Knowledge, I believe it's called Black Knowledge.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the page, they share sometimes they got some good posts and they share some, some unity type stuff and some real knowledge. But then I seen they put this chick up there. I'm like, what the hell? First off, who the hell is the 130,000 people that's following this chick? Because she is batshit crazy, bro. In the opening of her video, for y'all that was not here to watch it, all right? In the opening of her video, she said that black people are the most loving, caring, merciful, compassionate, just all around amazing people on the planet. And what makes us this is because we, as black people, don't kill the white people, the tormentors, as she put it. We don't kill the tormentors that have been keeping us enslaved for 501 years. We live with our open enemy and we don't kill them. So because of that, we are the best thing in the world. We're so loving and caring. But what she didn't explain to me was, or to any of us, was if we so loving and caring, which I don't deny that. I am very loving, compassionate, caring, and all of that shit, right? But she did it as a whole. All black people is what she said, what she was saying, okay? And all white people's bad. All black people's good as far as she's concerned. And but the thing is, we just don't know because she didn't talk about why we kill each other more than anybody else in the country. Literally,
she forgot that.
She forgot that part. Like, we so loving and caring and kind and everything, but yet if you go in our community, you might see one of us laid out on the street because one of us that was in the street laid his ass out in the street.
And then everybody
the shirt that he had on.
Yeah. Could you imagine living with that chick, man?
I couldn't. I couldn't. See, that's the type of chick that kind of woman right there is the kind of woman that I find intolerable, unbearable. I could not sit in the same room and listen to that condescending, hate-filled, annoying voice, bro. I couldn't do it. When I watched it, when I first started watching that video last night, and this morning, I was watching it again this morning just to make sure that I was hearing all the shit that she was saying right. I watched the whole thing. Y'all didn't have to sit through the whole thing. I skipped about 40 minutes of that for you. All right. But as I was watching it, I was just getting more and more mad because I'm like, she does not know her history. She does not know her history, and she's out of touch with the Black community. And the reason why I say that is because she's making all these claims. And what really got me is because when she starts talking about white people as a whole, I think of my family. You know what I'm saying? I think of my daughter, like my daughters. My daughters are going to be looked at as white when they grow up and they get into this world. They're going to think that my daughters are white women. My daughters got, like brownish, blondish hair. They got a fair skin complexion, like a very, very, very light brown, like an olive color skin, and green eyes and blue eyes. My daughters look white. All right. So now, if my daughters was to hear this shit, my daughters would think, or the young kids or the people that are watching her would look at my daughters and think that my daughters are evil.
That's right.
My daughters are their enemy because they're white, going off of the way that they perceive their skin color, not understanding that their father is me. So because of their appearance, that's enough for you to demonize them and say that they're evil and they are, this toxic element in the earth that just cause bloodshed. Every single where that they go, they got a track history of murder. So you want me, you trying to set my daughters up for failure. My son Caden, he looks just like me feature-wise, but he's olive complected, blondish hair with like hazel eyes. You would not think that he was Black if you seen him, unless you seen him standing next to me, and you would know that he's mixed. You feel me? And I don't like that kind of shit. That kind of talk, it fucking infuriates me, man. It infuriates me. So I wanted to shame her, man. I wanted to show you guys the kind of people that exist out here. And you see that video stayed up, and it was probably one of my people on here right now that left that went and reported that page or reported that video or something, because it's hate-filled. And now if I was to say the things that she was saying reversed,
oh God,
I'd be banned because of the voice that I am. But because she's pro-black woman, this and she, man, her name is Vicky. I don't know what was it, VickyWhat.com, something like that.
Yeah, Vicky Lou. I forgot.
I don't know.
That lady is nuts. I'm telling you, man, she's dangerous, man. And it's a lot of people, man, going around here preaching that same mess, and it feel good to people, and people they taking it and they receiving it and they acting on it. It's bad, man. It's people, grown people my age, man, that I went to school with, that's hitting me up on my inbox and talking crazy. Man, F these white people, man, dude, bloop, you're done off my page. You're gone. Because I don't want no parts of that, man. It's hate. You know what I'm saying? I got mixed kids too, man. And my youngest daughter looked, like you said, she looked like she could be a white kid, right? So, and then not only that, they got white friends, they got some white family. So why are you accepting that they promoting hate towards other people, period? It's dangerous, man. And then it's dangerous. That shit. No, man, I hate it, man. I hate it. And it's sad that that I used to buy into that, and I hate to admit that, but I'm just keeping it real. I used to feed into that, man, when I was like in my younger days, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was all the police fault, the white people, they hateful, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, dude.
It shows to me it's a fucking huge form of ignorance. It is ignorance, like straight up stupidity, to look at somebody and make an assumption about them based on their appearance. Because, like I said, when people look at me, for instance, right, you can perceive me as, depending on how my hair is or whatever. Sometimes I get looked at as Latin. Sometimes I'm looked at as Black. right? Now, I would be by standard of like a white supremacist. They would look at me and, you know, see black, right? Yet they would accept my daughter because my daughter does not look like she's black at all. Neither of my daughters, Rai or Kiwi, look like they are black at all. They look like white girls. Now, the ignorance comes in when you would look at them and say, like if say they're in school or something and they're hanging with a bunch of white girls that their family is teaching them racism, you know, and my daughters are standing there and they start saying these offensive things, thinking that they're in the clear because they're around somebody that's like them. They're white, not knowing that, no, my dad is actually dark. You know what I'm saying? He's a dark-skinned American, black, whatever you want to call it. And that's the ignorance, man. That's the ignorant part. You cannot know what somebody is just because you see me right here, right now. You'll think, okay, Cash is black. My dad's black, right? But what if his dad's dad was white? So how, and then she wants to talk about reparations. How do you determine that? Who's going to get reparations? How do you know that my family comes from slaves? We could just be like third generation black people. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter's first generation white. They came from black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's ignorance. That's why I say we need to drop that color shit. Drop it. I'm not black. You're not white. You know what I'm saying? And they use it, and that's the thing. The thing that gets me is they play that like, you know, they're calling you a color. It's an adjective. They're calling you black when you're not black. Even you're not black. You're brown. I'm brown. Mocha, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not black. So why are you're basically saying that black is a race, the black race? No, there's no such thing as the black race. There's a human race. We're humans. We are men of different hues. That's all it is. That's why they call us human, because we have different hues of man. That's it. We're one race. People like her, see, she's got all this shit to say about white supremacists and all of this and pointing out white supremacy. That's black supremacy. What she was just doing in her opening statement, she put black people on a pedestal. And if you're black, you're all of these great, amazing things. But if you're white,
but wait, and if you don't agree with her, you're funny looking.
Yeah, you're funny looking, and you're a mammy, and you're a whatever the hell it was that she was saying. You know what I'm saying? It does not make any sense. We got to drop that identity thing, man. Pick up our identity that we have, that we've been had. Americans, we've been here since forever now. You feel me? Forever now. We've been here. We are natives to this land now. By definition, you are indigenous to this land. If your family was here before the 1800s, you're indigenous to the land in which you live. All right. So however you want to look at it, we are indigenous to America. But even beyond that, I hate when people say that term, like the indigenous people of the land. We are all indigenous to this land. We are living on the same fucking planet. The same planet. We are all indigenous to the fucking land of Earth. You're standing on the same earth. The only thing that divides you is your imagination and some fucking water. That's it. We live on the same planet. There's nothing different about me and you other than the physical things that you can see. But if we were blind and you only could touch people, you would feel exactly the same thing that everyone else has. A nose with two nostrils, eyes, lips, ears. You wouldn't think about the differences. You would feel the same thing. We are all the same. It's our visual and our mind that makes the separations and makes the division between us. That's it. It's made up. It's not real. It's not real. And people like that intolerable woman, I'm going to reach out to her and see if I can get her to come on the show.
Oh, man, please let me on with her. I want to talk to her.
Yeah, it's just it's imaginary though, man. If in every religion in the world, you look back, they're started with two people. If we're gonna go by that, if you're gonna believe in your faith and the creation story, then we all started with two people. We all come from two people, and even in science, they say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They got a theory about it, and if that's the case, then what the fuck is all this division about? Why does your city matter? more than your state? And why does your state matter more than your country? And why does your country matter more than your continent? And why does your continent matter more than the entire planet? It does not make sense. We create the division between us. We do it. And yes, it is learned. Somebody taught it. Somebody taught us this division. It doesn't really exist. It's not a real thing. There's no such thing as a black guy and a white guy. No such thing. If you've ever seen white, the color white, I've not ever in my life met somebody that's white.
Hey, I tell people all the time, I say, if you meet somebody white, you're going to take off running.
Exactly. It's going to scare the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? White is like the movie Powder. I ain't never met a powder before, ever in my entire life. Just like I ain't never met a black man. I've met some pretty dark guys.
I think I met a couple black ones though.
No, I might have seen like Burple. You know, so dark that you like purple, but they say you're black, so you're purple. You know what I'm saying? And then I met some pretty fair skinned people, but it's not white and it's not black. Black is black, white is white, and no person fits into that. I have never met it. You know what I'm saying? Really dark brown. Yes. But I've never met a real, like your background, the background, my shirt that I'm wearing. I ain't never met nobody that looked naked when wearing all black.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can see the difference in the shade.
Yeah.
So this shit needs to stop. People like that they're doing more harm than good. And I get it. You want to take pride in your color, which fuck it. If that's what you want to do, this is America. You do your thing. But don't demonize somebody else because their color isn't your color. That shit's stupid. That's a gang mentality. When I hear this type of shit, it makes me think about when I used to gangbang. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't wearing black and gold, then you the enemy. It's the same thing. If you're not wearing black skin, then you're my enemy. And I know you weren't around for it. I know that wasn't you that killed all the people before me, but we gotta blame somebody. So it's got to be you because you look like them. That don't make any damn sense. That makes no sense at all. And I don't understand how it's so hard for people to get. I don't understand it. But yeah, it needs to stop. You got anything else for him, my brother?
Man, listen, real short and simple. I got so much to say about that lady that I don't want to say nothing.
No, let's do it. I'm down to stay here and talk. I'm game. I'm loving this conversation.
Well, here's the thing. It gets so old, you know what I'm saying, because it's been said so many times. But the most important thing about her is that the most important thing we need to know about her is that she's dangerous. She's dangerous to every kind of, to the human race, period. I mean, to the human race, period. Blacks, whites, whatever you want to call it. This lady is dangerous because I know some people don't like the word evil, but she's evil. Let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? She's hateful. She's divisive. I mean, the whole 9 yards. And we got to be careful about listening to people like her because she could actually, I'm sure she's affected many people, and people like her have. They have. I mean, all you got to do is go to the communities and look at these people's mindsets and watch how they talk and watch how they act. I couldn't imagine having my kids around her talking, period.
I agree.
I wouldn't dare let my kids listen to that lady.
I want to read you the comment that I had that I left on there, man, because I was really pissed, you know what I'm saying? So I had to make a comment. I had to do it. So I told her first thing I said, which got three hearts on it, but when I was watching it, right in the opening, I made this comment right when I heard her say this shit about, you know, black people and white people. I said, this is the biggest pile of shit I have ever heard, sis. That was my first comment, right? So then as I'm listening more and more and more, I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. So I said, this type of rhetoric is why we have issues still. Blame the white man and deflect the real issue. Self-accountability. No white person alive was a slave master, and no black person today was a slave. So stop living in the past and crippling the minds of so-called black people. You are perpetuating the victim mentality. We are a strong, resilient people, and the only issue we have is a cultural one. Once we break free of the lie that we are held back, we will see progress. Once we stop blaming others for our situation and take action, then we will see progress. Once we stop hating and killing each other, we will see progress. Stop making everything about race. We shouldn't support someone solely because they look like us. Support someone because they deserve it, not because they're black. Get it together, sis. You out here misleading people.
Yes. And if she can, and she convincing people, if she convinced somebody, just imagine this, man. And again, I mainly speak from my own experience. I was convinced that the white people, the white man, the government is holding me down. So you know what I did in return? I did nothing. I did nothing. I thought to myself, why would I go to school? That's stupid. I'm not going to be able to get a job. So you know what that ended me up? They ended me up in a situation where I was broke. I needed money. So what did I do? I went out and I got money, right?
Yeah.
And then that life leads to a whole different level of destruction. And then we wonder what's going on with our kids. What's going on with our community. And I'm telling you, man, ever since like I said, I got 2 boys, and ever since I turned around and started looking at life and from a different lens, it's like crazy to me, man, because like my kids are just naturally doing better. I feel so peaceful. I just sit down and just look out the window and feel good.
Beautiful thing.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, not crazy in a bad way, but crazy in a good way. But we don't understand this thing because we've been so washed to think that everybody's against us and we cannot make it. And the main people that's against us is us.
Exactly. Like this brother right now. This brother right now, right? As I just read you that, I go through the comments, right? And this brother said, he said, no, man, you couldn't be more wrong. I would recommend you go to YouTube and catch up on the teachings of Vicky Dillard. That's her name, Vicky Dillard, Fly Nubian Queen. Watch episode of AOC. And then he came back and said, Cashley Kelly, oh, I see. You a little Trumpster. Bones, biscuits, and bootlicks. See, they're using her lingo already. Using her lingo. All right. Sit down, slowness, and get the hell out of black folks' way. You disgust me. Not disgust. You disgust me. Like I was talking about him, discuss. He doesn't know how to use words. He said, know your history, not know as in know something. Like, no, don't do that again. Know your history. And know, then he used it the proper way, the system that plagues black men since the beginning. If you chose not to fight, it's supposed to be choose. If you chose not to fight for the right of my people, then stay your ass on the porch, fool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's sad. So I just said, first, learn proper speech and how to use words. Second, make me.
Funny.
I troll him, man. I troll him back. I don't pay that kind of thing no mind, bro, because it's people like him that's misled. First off, you following a kook, man. You following a chick, you probably got a crush on her or something. And I go on his profile and I can see him, and it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I noticed that mixed people, because he looks like he's mixed people have the biggest issue. You know what I'm saying? Me being mixed. I'm black and white. I was raised around Latins, so I got a little bit of every culture, a lot of Arab friends, right? So, but for mixed people, it's like you wanna fit in with the black culture so bad, or black people so bad, that you're willing to accept things that even you really don't agree with. I know, because I found myself doing it growing up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and now I don't care. Now I don't do that shit. Now I stand for what I stand for. Cash is his own man. I don't try to fit in anywhere. I'm myself everywhere that I go. But you'll find that problem a lot. And then on the opposite side of that, you'll try to do the same thing with your white side of the family, with the white people that you encounter with, even to the point where you'll change the way that you speak. You know what I'm saying? Try to talk a little more proper and do the things that they do. And yeah, man, it's people, because he's mixed, obviously, I can see it, but you're adopting the lingo of this woman that we all just watched, and she does not seem like anything special to me at all. You know what I'm saying? She seems like another woman that is just angry and probably needs some dick or something, that she got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And this dude is looking at her like, oh, you need to go and fight. First, before he called me a bootlicking biscuit or whatever the fuck he said that I need to go and follow her teachings, Miss Vicky Dillard, and told me how to look her up and shit, right? And then when he's seen that I'm a Trump supporter, instantly triggered. He's triggered, and he wants to call me these names and tell me to mind or stay out of black folks, whatever. But you mixed like me. So it's not black folks' business because you're in my country. You're in my country spreading this kind of shit, misleading my people. And I don't mean that by a color. I mean that by the people that live in my country. You get what I'm saying?
Who does she support?
I don't know. Somebody that supports racism, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't get what she kind of. And then I was drifting, thinking about one thing she was saying. Then she was talking. I don't know, man. She was loaded with a bunch of bullshit. It was too loaded, man. But you know, Cash, you say something that's interesting, man, about mixed people. I got a really, really, really good mixed friend, and we talk a lot. And I didn't understand the struggles until he was breaking that down to me one day. That's deep, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Real.
yeah.
That's something that might be a show that because it's a lot of mixed people nowadays, man.
Yeah. It's more mixed people than probably anything else right now.
I'm willing to bet you're right. I'm willing to bet with you on that. Especially
that's why I made up my own term. I'm a African. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
African, not an African.
Yeah. African. Yeah, that's crazy. He was breaking that down to me, man, and he even went so far as to say that I guess one time his mother had to come to the school and discipline him about something, and after she came to the school and they saw that his mama was white, life changed for him. You know what I'm saying? They was bullying him, talking. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Right now to this day, you can't say one wrong word to him. He's been turned into something now that he just it's bad, man. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff is dangerous, man. That division is super dangerous.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, man. And being mixed, it was like growing up for me was different. I wasn't black enough for the black kids, wasn't white enough for the white kids. I hung out with the Latins, but I had to deal with, them calling, racist terms or whatever in Spanish, mayate and all of that, and sit and be cool with it because this is the clique that I'm with, and they didn't mean it offensive towards me because they didn't look at me like a black guy, just like black people didn't look at me like a black guy.
Yeah.
But white people didn't look at me like a white guy. So I adopted that I'm a fucking American. You feel me? And that's exactly what it is. America is a symbol of diversity. We are a melting pot. We're a melting pot. Mm-hmm. So being mixed to me is like the true definition of what an American is. It's together. It's everybody together. Diverse. Yeah. I'm diverse within myself. You know what I'm saying? So I love being American. I say that shit proudly. I say it proudly, But it's we can do that. We can make a show about that.
Yeah, that'd be good. I had to see if you can pull my guy in there. He'd give some real good input on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's gotten easier over the years though, because now, like I say, it's a lot more mixed people. Growing up when I was younger, it was a little bit different because I don't know. I didn't know too many mixed people. You know what I'm saying? It was me and maybe a handful of other mixed people, but it was mainly black, white, and Mexican, and they was just that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
when I first saw you, I thought you was Hispanic, man.
Everybody do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I speak a little bit. I turn it on. But yeah, man. This is dope. This conversation needed to be had, and I needed you guys to see that chick, man, because it's something wrong with her. And that's the kind of shit that's going to keep us looking at each other as something not positive. It's going to have a negative view, in the eye of the person that sits and watches somebody like that. And it puts a preconceived notion in your mind that these white dudes or white women are your enemy because for 500 years they've been doing this, and that. And that's not true. It is not true. Not all white people was with slavery, and that shit needs to be that needs to be spoken. Not all white people were with slavery, and not all black people were slaves. Some black people were slave owners, just like some white people were slaves. The Irish, when they first came here, were slaves. They got elevated to indentured servants, and that was to create the first divide amongst the people because the Irish and the blacks got along. They was cool until they let the Irish go ahead and become freed after the 7 year of indentured servitude. Then they got jobs being sheriffs, your first sheriffs or deputies, or whatever you want to call it. They were policing the black people. That's how they created the first divide. People don't know their history. Look it up.
It's crazy.
Then they did it right down the line in slavery. Light skin, dark skin, house nigga, field nigga. Then you got the sheriff, who's also a nigga, but he's just white. He looks like the slave master, but he's not the slave master. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You know, man, and another thing I want to say too, man, that's good that we can do stuff like this, because we got to make more people comfortable coming out and talking about this kind of stuff, man. You know, I remember, just to go back, it's funny how me and you met. When I decided to do my channel, man, I just, you know, one thing I had to do is I had to speak truth and speak how I feel, and I can't help it. This is what I got to do. And so I'm going through my my Facebook, man, and I saw you talking. I was like, damn, I got to hook up with that cat. You know what I'm saying? And it made me feel good and connected, because at that time I didn't even know nobody else that was thinking, feeling, or talking the way that I was. You know what I'm saying? And then I started seeing more and more people, and that's what drove me and encouraged me to keep doing what I was doing. So it's brothers like you, brothers like me, that we encourage each other to keep doing what we're doing, and we have to do it because it's important. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't, we keep going down the drain. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's been happening, because it's like, do you know how many people on the low has hit me on my inbox and like, you know what, dog? I feel you, man, but I can't come out and say it. It's been people that don't want to come on the show with me because they still live in a hood, and they don't want people to know how they really feel, because they won't be accepted, man.
That's the scary shit, bro. Like, when I first started doing this, and see, to me, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a big deal for me to come out and make the first video that I made. Before, when you go back and watch this video, you'll see me about to do my live, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wait till I get some people. Okay, I got 7 people. I'm gonna get started. You know what I'm saying? 7 people was a lot, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna speak my mind. And I've always been just the type of person, like, I don't really give a fuck what somebody got to say about me. I don't really care about how they view me. I don't really care about none of that. I don't care about being popular. I just like being myself. I like being cash. Okay. So when I did it, and then all these people start messaging me and writing me, asking me to do videos about this. Can you talk about white privilege? Can you talk about Black Lives Matter? Can you talk about police brutality? So I started doing all these things, and people just thought that it was just the coolest shit in the world. And they were all amazed. Black people and white people. They're like, yo, bro, I can't believe that you're talking about this. You're so brave. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean I'm brave? I'm just giving my opinion. What's brave about
you're
this?
Different. No, right. Because see,
to me, I live in the hood. I live in the hood. So it's like, what's brave about me just talking shit on, you know, to give them my opinion? Why is this considered? And then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, these people are not from where I'm from, and they can lose a lot if they get out here and say the things that I'm saying. And that's why I feel like people grasp to me. They were like, yo, this dude is saying every single thing that I want to say, but I can't say it. I got the messages of people saying that, like, bro, thank you so much. Everything you said is what I want to say, but I don't want to be called a racist, because I'm not a racist. I got friends, you know, and or whatever it is. I like, my wife is Black, and I can't talk about this stuff because I don't want people to, you know, and it's just all these different perspectives. And I'm like, damn, it's that deep, huh? And they really were firing people. People were getting fired from their jobs just because they had a fucking opinion.
Yeah.
And, so I'm like, damn.
And that's what you got to realize. Like, you more of a outgoing, outspoken person, but what about people like me? See, I was really, trust me, I'm like a really shy dude, you know what I'm saying? So like, I could not speak in front of people, man. My wife had to pull the chair back, you know, like I'm the woman. I'm out here, sit right here. Like, just turn on the computer and just go ahead and start talking, you know. But I had stuff in my head, but I was too shy or too scared to just get it out, you know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I'm worried about what is people thinking. What they're gonna say. How do I look when I'm talking? You know, am I using the right words? Now I've grown to say, okay, I don't care. But what I'm trying to get you to understand too is that is people like you, Merlin, soon us all, you know, we just start talking about these things, and then we can build confidence off of each other. You understand what I'm saying? Because it feels good to see another brother that's speaking with truth the way you are and the way I am. It's like, okay, it is some other people out there that think with logic. You know what I'm saying? It is some other people out there that understand that we are not being held down by white people. But when you think you all alone, it's a lonely place to be. You know what I'm saying? So what we doing, I think, is really good. And I'm not trying to toot our horn, but I think that what we're doing is really good because we're giving other people the opportunity to open up and to be themselves and to build the communities back. And I say back for a reason to where they need to be. And I think that's important, man.
Exactly. You're damn right. This comment right here says, at one time I was ashamed to be white because of slavery and what happened in that time period. You know what's messed up, bro? Is that makes me think, one of my idols growing up was Malcolm X. And I read books about Malcolm X. I watched that movie that they made about Malcolm X. And do you remember the time in that movie where the white girl comes walking up on the steps, goes up to Malcolm, and she goes, "Hey, I'm not racist. I just want to help. What can I do to help?" And he basically told her, like, "Yo, you can't do nothing. Just, basically like go away." You know what I'm saying? And it's like there was a lot of people in that time period that people don't hear about. You can do the research, and there's people that have written memoirs and have journals in that time period of how they felt about racism and how they felt about slavery and how they felt about Jim Crow. And you can read the sadness that they felt because these things were going on and they were white, and how they really wanted to change things so bad. And it's just like today, people want to help, they want to speak out, but now it's like you'll get punished. You know what I'm saying? You will get punished. And if you really, and the only way that you're allowed to help out is if you get with this fucked up movement called Black Lives Matter. You got to support this. If you don't support this, then you're not for us. You're not doing it. And people with common sense that have a good heart that really stand on America, they're like, yo, I can't get behind this movement. They're over here destroying our country.
Yeah, that's right.
They're destroying things. I support you, and your life does matter to me, but I can't support this. But because they can't, oh, you're racist. I'm going to call your job. We're going to dox you.
Yep.
It's terrible, backwards, man. It's backwards.
It is.
And then if you're black and you speak out, you're like, yo, I ain't with this shit. I ain't with this movement. It's some bullshit. But you're out here in the community and you're helping. You're doing more for Black lives than Black Lives Matter, right? But you ain't up time because you ain't with the movement.
Man,
you ain't black.
This girl put on her Facebook page, man, I loved it. One of the best quotes I saw, right? She said, what if the whole hood, everybody in the hood was Uncle Tom or a sellout or a coon? Then what would the black community be then? If you think about that for a second. So then
probably I know what it would be. Better.
A whole lot better. Oh boy, it'd be woo. It'd be a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? So when you think of it that way, it's like, what's so wrong with being right, with living the way God designed us to live, the way God gave us the opportunity to live, and we won't take it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, it's the same thing. I know it's the same thing as with this the $600, the $200. I mean, I'm sorry, the $600 and the $2,000 thing that's going on. So, when Trump said, no, I want to give every American $2,000, right? So now you got people joking, but they for real. You got black people joking, but you seen all these posts on Facebook. Oh shit, for that $2,000, man, I might have to go redo my vote and this, that, and other. But here it is, all the stuff that he been doing, and then he even offered us the platinum plan, right? But you know why we didn't want to take the platinum plan? Why we didn't, move towards that is because that requires for you to do paperwork. That requires for you to do work. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to
get off your ass.
You got to get off your ass and do something and apply for it and actually put in some work. Like, man, writing grants. People think that you got a nonprofit and writing grants is easy. It's a lot of work. And then guess what? You might not get nothing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just want that free handout and they don't want to work for nothing. And that's our problem. And then, and where we get that mentality from people like this lady that was talking and giving us that feeling that we owed everything. They owe us. White people owe us. They owe. And it's again, another reason why that mentality is dangerous. I
agree. That shit's, that was just, it was hard to listen to.
It was
hard to listen to, man. It was something wrong with her. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Something wrong with her.
Yep.
That being said, though, you guys, I appreciate you all tuning in on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to everybody. Not happy holidays. Not happy holidays. Merry Christmas, because Christmas is about Christ. All right. That's what it's about. The gift that keeps on giving. Mercy. the grace of God entered into the world. That's what we're celebrating. That's what this day is really about. All right. So Merry Christmas to you guys. God bless you and your family. And I hope y'all all have a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. Straight up. Corey, you got anything else you want to say to him, brother?
No, listen, like you said, Merry Christmas, and I've been blessed to have a wonderful Christmas. My kids are happy, my wife is happy, and I hope you all have the same. And feel free to look me up on YouTube, come check me out, and I'd appreciate the support.
Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, do me a favor if you really love me, because I believe everybody that's on here right now really does. If you really, really, really love me, please go to my YouTube right now and share this video and tell everybody to subscribe, or pick your favorite video that's on there. I got a bunch of them, and share it out and tell people to subscribe, please. I'm getting killed in the algorithm of YouTube, so I need you guys' help. If everybody right now goes there and does that, it's going to boost up my algorithm and how my videos get shown when you go on YouTube. So if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Go subscribe to the page, like the video, ring the bell icon so that you never miss another upload. And then after you do that, share the video out and tell everybody else to subscribe. All right. Unite, don't fight. Be a street light, because only you could be the change that you want to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, and download our freedom book. It's the only place where you're not going to be censored. Peace.